Today, I want to talk about something that's really vulnerable, something I would definitely never share on Instagram because no. I want to talk to y'all about a vulnerable subject, something that people don't talk about with travel because it isn't pretty or isn't Instagrammable, it's not light. And that's feeling lonely while traveling. And I wish this was talked about more. I'm sure it has, but people only show like the glamour of travel. And this is a serious thing that comes with traveling is feeling lonely. And I know if you're a traveler, you know this feeling. This isn't like a feeling I think that comes up a lot for people who do vacations, who go to like Mexico for a weekend or on a cruise ship or Europe for a week. Like you're on a high, and usually you travel with friends, or you're just on a high. I think, and it's short, and you go home. This is a feeling I know is present for people who are living abroad or who are backpackers, who are digital nomads, people who just live out of their suitcase. I know this feeling. I'm currently feeling it. And I've felt it before, and I know you have too. And I want to talk about it so you don't feel so alone. To be transparent, this is a feeling that hasn't left me. I've been feeling this for 2 years now. I used to live in California, I lived in LA, and I loved my life. But it wasn't good for me, like career wise. I was just working in restaurants. I couldn't figure out my career. Long story short, I came home to a homeless man in my house, and it was just like a big sign that like I needed to leave my apartment and just leave LA and kind of reset my life. So I built my business, and I've been traveling with my business the past few years, and my business is doing very well, but it's not yet at the point where I can afford to buy another car and go back to California. So I'm kind of in this weird in between phase where I am traveling the world. I'm traveling the world while building my business to where it needs to be. And it's such a blessing. But it does kill me inside daily that I'm not where I want to be, which is California. That's my home. But I also know it's temporary. And these past 2 years, I have traveled so much. I've been to Ireland, Holland, London, Portugal, LA, New York, Florida, Thailand, Italy, Hungary, Austria, France, Vietnam, Indonesia, Australia, Korea, and soon I'm going to Japan, as in like 2 days. So that's crazy. That's something I've always dreamt about doing, especially coming all the way over here to Asia. I'm achieving something in my life I never thought I could do, which was make money online, be remote, have freedom, travel the world. So it's like I am living the dream I've always wanted. But I think there's a balance to it. And right now I'm full-time traveling, and I'm realizing that maybe that's not for me. But we're doing it. And a reason it's not for me is because you do get waves of loneliness. My first year of travel, I didn't love it. I had so much fun, but I burnt out quickly. I did Europe in 3 months, and I burnt out because I was moving somewhere new every 2 weeks, and I was going to stay with friends. So I was like in their life, but wasn't making my own experiences because I was dropping into their life and seeing their friends and their community. And I was traveling every 2 weeks, so I couldn't really make a friend or really date. I don't suggest that if you're working and traveling. Honestly, a month is fine, 2 months, but like it's not livable. So this year I traveled 2 to 3 months each spot, and it's been so much better. It's been 9 months now, and I'm officially burnt out now, as in this ninth month of traveling almost a full year, because I've been doing 2 to 3 months each place. And I've made friend groups in each of these places. And I even met my boyfriend in Thailand. Like I've actually made real relationships and community, but it's my ninth month. I'm feeling burnt out. I'm in Korea. It's not digital nomad friendly. I think it's really cool if you're vacationing here, but there's no digital nomad communities. All the things I usually use in ways to find friends are not available here. And let me break that down. So if you are in a city around the world, or you're somewhere and you want to travel but you don't want to feel lonely, besides Korea, these things work to find friends. And that's why I haven't felt lonely at all this year until right now. So these are the apps I use to find friends abroad. So one of them, instead of Airbnb, I use Flatio, Flatio. It's really only in Europe. It's way cheaper than Airbnb. And usually you have roommates, which might be like, oh no, I don't want roommates. I met my friend Tom through Flatio, and we had such a fucking fun summer. So that was a blessing, So I think maybe finding roommates is actually a good thing while you're abroad. Meetup is a really, really good app. Meetup is a great app. Again, besides Korea, it's very active, especially in digital nomad hubs. Oh my God, there's a million meetups. I met so many friends from there in Portugal. This one is, you might have seen the ad for it on Instagram, but I highly recommend Timeleft. Now, this is something you can do in your city, no matter where you are. If you're in America, if you're in England, if you're in Asia, it's everywhere except for Korea. if you're hinting at a trend that I'm putting out, why I'm feeling lonely in Korea, none of these things are here. Time left is so sick. You go out to dinner with 10 different strangers from all over the world, and they pair you based on personality. So let's say you don't like to talk about politics at the dinner, which is something I ticked off. You wouldn't be put at a dinner where someone also loves to talk about politics. They give you a short quiz, and you fill out that quiz, and they pair you off of who they think you'd be compatible with. And it's like meeting 10 friends on a blind date. And you might find something romantic from it too. You never know. That happened to me. So Time Left, highly recommend. It's so fun. It's all over the world. Even if you're in America, you can do it, which is sick. Another one, coliving.com. So if you're like, I'm so done with hostels, I don't want to share my space with people, but I still want to meet people, coliving.com is so amazing. That's how I found this incredible place in Thailand called Amy Village. You know, the new White Lotus season, it was filmed on Koh Samui. I went to Koh Samui. I stayed at a place called Amy Village on Koh Samui, and it was essentially you have your own house, but you share a pool and you share a cafe. It was so sick. Amy Village, Koh Samui. I'm telling you about that place. It's amazing. I found that on co-living. There's other co-livings that are like you have your own room, but you share the kitchen. You know, this is a great way to meet people. Again, not in Korea. Another good one, ClassPass, not in Korea. ClassPass is a great way to try out different gyms, yoga studios, get your nails done, get a massage without paying for an individual place. You pay the app. So it's like I pay like the $80 a month one usually. And that's how I got to work out in Bali and in Portugal, in Birmingham, in LA, and New York. Highly recommend ClassPass. Again, not in Korea. I am at the F45 here, which is a really good gym all around the world. It's originally from Australia, and that is how I'm meeting people here in Busan. So thank God for F45, and everyone's so nice there. So those are some of the apps I use to make sure I don't become lonely when I'm traveling. And again, I haven't felt lonely in 9 months until right now, which is, I think, a pretty good track record. I'll go over the apps again. Flatio, Meetup, Timeleft, coliving.com, ClassPass, and I do recommend F45 as a gym that's global. Yeah. So, but that's not what's happening right now. I'm in Korea. It's not very digital nomad friendly. But I'm loving it here. I love the language. I love Korean. I love Korean food. I think it's beautiful here. The nature is incredible, but it's not digital nomad friendly. And I don't stay in hostels. That's a boundary with me. So I am in Airbnbs. So it's hard to meet people. And I've been feeling so lonely this trip. And I'm literally fighting it all day. I'm like, whew, it's the worst feeling. If you know what it feels like, it's horrible. It's like a broken heart. It feels like a broken heart over something, but you don't know what. So I've been going on a lot of hikes here. I've been going to the gym, make sure my body's really active, and painting and drawing and singing and just trying to like find other creative things to do besides social activity. But it is hard when you feel that wave of loneliness. And if you don't have access to 5 of those fucking apps that are everywhere else in the world except here, it's hard. I say sit with it. I almost booked a flight out of here early, which would cost me so much money. And I already paid for a bunch of stuff, which was silly. And I was like, what am I doing? Just sit with it. You never know. You never know who you're going to meet when you leave the house today, or what no amazing adventure you're going to see. You never know what's around the corner in travel. So if you are feeling lonely, I see you. I feel you. It's a horrible feeling. And something like people just don't talk about with the loneliness. It's not even just like, oh, I'm in a city and I feel lonely. It's like when you're abroad, your friends don't come with you and your family doesn't come with you. It's just you, and you're making all these new friends, but the core people in your life, they move on, and that's fucking horrible. I'm not in the same group chats I used to be anymore, or some of my friends are like just too busy. It's just weird time zones. We can't call each other. They're busy with their lives, and you're not their main friend anymore. You know, they've replaced you in some ways, and you've replaced them with travel and with adventures and meeting new friends. You know, that fucking hurts though. that fucking hurts. I do see how loneliness can like kill people. I see it. I've heard that before. I'm not that level, my God, but I know like social interaction is so important for people. And it sucks watching your friends like all go out or go on a trip together. You just know they have their own group chats happening and there's no point of you being in it because you're literally not ever going to be there. It's fucking awful. That's a horrible part of travel. That'd be full-time travel. Yeah, that one's bad. But then you meet people. It's just it's this confusing wave of loneliness and awesomeness, loneliness and awesomeness. And hopefully the awesomeness outweighs the loneliness. But what I would suggest too is like, if you're doing the digital nomad life, the backpacking life, try a place for 2 to 3 months. Pick a spot and stay there for 2 to 3 months. This is how you can make serious friend groups. This is how you can keep your routine. This is how you can even date. Like it made such a difference. It made such a difference. Every place I went, because I stayed there long enough, I made a group of friends. And I know that's also a problem with Korea, where I'm at right now, because I'm not here that long. And it takes honestly about a month to find these people. So it's important to stay in a place for 2 to 3 months so you can get your routine down. And then through your routine of going to that same coffee shop or going to that gym or going to that yoga studio, you meet people. And that was a crucial thing this year and a good decision I made this year of why I haven't felt lonely most of the year as a traveler. But yeah, this trip here in Korea, though, it's amazing. It's not a fun feeling. Then there's also that feeling of loneliness on the travel days where like, let's say like you've been in this country for a little bit, you made friends, you're having so much fun, but then boom, visa's up, you got to go. And yeah, you got to get on a bus, plane, or train, and you're back to being a nobody. And I know that's kind of a negative way to see it, but like, it is like that. Like you get into the security line and you're just another person they're skeptical of, or you're just another person on the train shoving through, just another person like walking to their gate. It can feel like that where you're just like, oh wait, I'm a nobody again. But at the same time, travel days are so fun because you're like, ooh, what's next? What's the next possibility? And the rush of like sitting on a train and seeing the countryside pass by, or being on a plane, or like going to the airport. I love airports, honestly. And just, you get your $15 airport beer at like 8 a.m. and it doesn't fucking matter. And maybe turn to the next person to you and they're on a layover too and you get to chit chat. Like that's so fun about travel days. But there is that aspect of loneliness, like you finally make a community, you make your friends, you have an amazing time in a country, and then visa's up. You got to go. That sucks. Those loneliness parts when you're traveling on the travel days. I mean, traveling's confusing. And I just want anyone out there who's like watching everyone on Instagram travel and you're like, how the fuck are y'all doing this? And how is your life so much more amazing than mine? It is amazing. It is amazing. But what you don't see is the mixed emotions, because people don't want to share that. Just how I'm sharing it to you on audio, on a podcast. But I'm not brave enough to outwardly say this on Instagram, because Instagram is about perfection. It's about look at my life. And podcasting is about vulnerability, honestly. And so I am being vulnerable with you. Like it's a mix of emotions. It is that incredible that you see on Instagram, but what you don't also see is like, the hard travel days, or like trying to make friends. Oh, you make a friend for the day, but then they leave because their flight is out the next day. Or, just like the constant feeling of meeting someone new, having kind of the same conversations over and over. Where are you from? Oh, you're from France. Oh, you're from America. Like those kind of conversations. The depth isn't always there unless you stay in a place for a long time. And yeah, moments like this where you're just in a city that isn't geared for backpackers and digital nomads. And it's a bit, I don't know, kind of a bummer. Yeah, it's not always what you see on social media, but it is worth it. Like when I think about the past 2 years, everything that I've done would have been someone's bucket list for the year. And I did it like every month. Like what I mean by that is like things that I have done in the past 2 years would be something that people would go and pay to do on their honeymoon or on their 2-week vacation of the year. I get to do that all the time. I've swam in the French Mediterranean. I got to party my ass off on a sunset party boat in Lisbon. I've camped in the Australian bush. I've stayed up all night till dawn, walking home drunk through the streets in Budapest. I've got to kayak with seals in Ireland. Like, these are all monumental things that people would love to do. And I get to do stuff like this all the time. That's what's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Travel's so confusing. It's like you feel every emotion and every emotion is so heightened. I also want you to like check in with yourself with travel. Like, okay, if you're feeling the loneliness thing more than you're feeling the happiness thing, you should probably switch up how you're traveling. Like, maybe you shouldn't be staying in so many hostels. Maybe you need your own space. Maybe you do need to go to hostels. Maybe you shouldn't travel a new spot every couple of days. Should you stay somewhere for a whole year? Moving forward, like I'm really have known this, but I'm really realizing this trip has been amazing this year, but I am not a full-time traveler. I don't know where yet, but I really want to settle down somewhere. Would love to move back to California, but I need a car and it's so fucking expensive out there. And I hate that it's so expensive because I love it. And I don't want to buy a car. No. So I have been looking into New York. I was like, okay, maybe what if I move to New York next year? Also expensive, but you don't need a car and it has great international flights everywhere. And I love New York. It's the shit. So I have been looking into, do I move to New York? Do I live somewhere like Mexico for 6 months and then do New York and LA? I don't know the answer yet, but I want a home base is what I'm trying to say. That is important to me. And I think moving forward, how I want to travel is have a home base and then maybe out of 7 months of the year and then travel the rest of the months, exploring the world. But I have my home base with my friends and the bar that I usually go to and the cafe and the gym that I always go to and like community and the Sunday markets that I go to. Like I want that. I miss that. Oh my God. I miss having a deep friend group where like we know each other intimately because we've known each other for years. I miss that so much. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. But yeah, where are you at with this? Like if you're feeling lonely, like how often is that feeling being cut up? Can you change that a little bit? Or is it like she just changed the whole lifestyle, Yeah, I mean, again, you can try out Meetup, Timeleft, go to the gym. I mean, it's just such a wild life that we live as travelers and only we can relate with these waves of emotions and experiences. So if you're traveling right now and you're feeling lonely and you have that wave of loneliness coming your way, you can always reach out to me. Like that's the beautiful thing of the internet. Like I'm never fully lonely because I know I can reach out to people on Instagram or WhatsApp or call friends back home. And like I have friends, really deep friendships over the internet and we haven't even met in real life. I have clients that I work with and get paid every month by, but I've never met them. It's all online. So I would love to be your online friend. Like if you are feeling lonely, hit me up. My Instagram is @culturecultshow. And I just DM me and be like, hey, listen to your episode. I do get that feeling too. Like I get it. And just know like I see you. You're absolutely not alone and feeling lonely while traveling. And it will pass. It will pass. It always does. But it sucks when you're really feeling it. But yeah, my Instagram is @culturecultshow if you ever want to reach out. I am now going to go on a hike. Where I'm at, there's these beautiful hikes. I'm going to go on a hike. That's how I've been feeling my time here. Just listening to good music and going on hikes. And then later this week, I'm going to Japan, which is crazy. And I'm going to meet up with some Japanese guys I met at a bar in Vietnam. And they're going to take me out. And I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. So that's just, again, with travel, it's so weird. Like I've been feeling really lonely here in Korea for like the past week, but then I'm going to go to Japan and like party with a bunch of Japanese guys. Like what? And then I'll come back to Busan and I've already made like one friend here. She's so sweet. Met her at the gym and we're going to go get yeopdeok, which is a Korean dish. It's so good. So yeah, we'll see how the rest of the Korea trip ends up. Hopefully I'll make a little more friends or maybe it's okay to just be alone, feel it. Okay. DM me if you need another travel buddy or just to feel seen. Again, my Instagram is @culturecultshow. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Cheers, y'all.